bit, Briggs, is I was saying you should just give the PC community the games they really, really want. You know what I'm saying? Give them Bloodborne, give them God of War, give them Spider Man. Get that shit out of the way. Um, if that's what they really want, give it to them. We already know we got a sequel for Horizon. We already know Days Gone is gonna get a sequel, and the announcement of that sequel is probably gonna happen this year. Um, if they're putting games over there in a strategic way because they have sequels planned or TV shows planned, and that's why they're putting some of these games over there, I can start to understand that. But again, in the long term, people are going to be looking at it like, do I really need this PlayStation, or can I wait to play this game on my platform of choice, aka PC? So they have to, like, Jim Ryan's interview could have been a lot better as far as clearing up those types of questions. Um, and I don't believe one-on-one interviews that kind of exclude your consumers, and I do mean your real consumers, which are the PlayStation community. I don't think that's cool. That's a kind of a fucked up type of thing. Good morning. What's going on? Hustling Al, how you doing, man? And everybody else is about to view. We getting straight into it. If they're gonna focus on the June event, we definitely should take a look at the June event of games, because that's gonna be interesting. Um, I was really interested in that Little Devil Inside because the mix between 3D and 2D, I really like how they did that. That was pretty cool.
Right, and the thing is, that game's been in development for a long time. A
Yeah,
long time.
yeah, it's crazy. I cannot wait for Friday so I can watch the Foot Burglar. Speaking of, I forgot that game was even coming out. That's nice to know. Ghost and Goblins Resurrection Switch. Yeah, I remember they put that on PSP back in the day. Okay, 3 minutes ago, we just got a Returnal gameplay video, which is a very healthy 1 minute and 54 seconds long.
Oh, we
Uh,
got gameplay? Wait,
yeah,
what?
3 minutes ago, posted on the PlayStation channel. We're gonna be diving into this. I don't believe the stream of news will die between yesterday and today, because PlayStation does have to have an answer for what Xbox is doing, and they have to have an answer for what Nintendo is doing. So they have to please their fans. They have to let the PC fans know that, hey, yeah, Microsoft is giving you this, but we're going to give you these games from last gen that you claim that you really wanted, and this is when we're going to do it. But we're also at the same time are going to try to balance supporting our fans that went out and got a PS5. I do believe PlayStation is stretching themselves thin, but we're gonna have to see. Let's go dive into it. Thank you guys for joining. We are starting running today. No intermission, none of that shit. We're just gonna start running. Because we're expecting the PlayStation Plus uh, games to be announced soon today. But if they don't get announced today, I do expect them to save that for tomorrow. Where are we at? Right here. Okay, great. So again, 3 minutes ago, it's called Returnal Atropos. As you already know, House Marquee is a very small studio, and PlayStation did not acquire them yet. But they are really pushing Returnal in a way that they never pushed any other game by House Marquee. From my understanding, they do own the IP for Returnal, and I can confirm this video is in 60 frames per second, so that's looking good. Oh, that's her house. Okay. I'm interested
This
to
shit
learn more about
good.
this character and her past.
This shit look good.
Yeah, it does.
But again, I don't know if they'll even show this tomorrow. I don't even know if they will.
I mean, if they want to clear some shit out the way, they can clear some shit out the way by posting some stuff today. It depends on who's gonna take up the most time. That reminds me right there of what is Stargate. I used to watch that shit on the weekends. Oh, I love Stargate.
But they said deep dives tomorrow. We're getting deep dives on some of the games, so we'll
So
see.
again, as you can see at the end of this trailer, they're still using the exclusive word. They still support exclusives in this manner. So so weird. So weird.
But the game looks good. The game looks really
Yeah,
good.
the game is solid. They're definitely gonna be on track. We're bringing this out in April. March is literally next month, so you're gonna start. You're still gonna have to put out a video like that. Um, Again, I accept the style that they're using. We already know House Marquee. Again, smaller studio. Um, we're gonna have to see if people like that. But if you know House Marquee, which has been making games with PlayStation for 13 to 14 years now, you know that they're not owned by PlayStation and that they're smaller in stature. They have made a lot of exclusives for PlayStation systems that haven't went over, but I'm hoping that if Jim Ryan is talking about a slate of games, there are tons of games we should really be looking at that go to PC, like Resogun, Matterfall, which have not went to PC. Um, Again, not to be funny, Knack 1 and 2, the Order 1886. Again, it seems like the first two games that went over are fairly new. Horizon might be 3 years old, but I still count that as new. That's newer than let's say Fat Princess or Until Dawn or the Order 1886 or Killzone or. So I think they definitely want to put the. I don't want to say like the heavy hitters because we haven't saw God of War, Ratchet and Clank, and Last of Us go over yet, but they do want to put their triple A games that were known as PlayStation exclusives on PC in order to drive some focus. And from what I'm hearing, get revenue from the PC fans in order to fund their continued AAA games on the PS5 side. Which, again, I don't agree with it. But if they're claiming that they need this extra money because they're having a hard time producing these bigger exclusives, then I don't know what to say. Um, Obviously, there's tons of other ways, but we'll see. No. Days Gone was on PS4 for a year and some change. This April it will be 2 years old. So, I
I
guess
wonder.
you could
I
say two
wonder if
years.
they're only putting over the new IPs though,
That's what I'm
because
saying. The new. It seems like Horizon and Days Gone are both new IPs. They put them over. Um, it's weird that they chose those games. Like we know what the PC fans want, but they haven't given it to them yet. They haven't put Bloodborne over. They haven't put God of War and Spider Man over. So what do you think that's all about?
I think maybe because with their already established franchises, they don't need help making the sequels because they know they'll sell. But I think with new IPs, even though if they do sell well, they want to make the sequels bigger and better. So that's why they're probably putting those on PC. But still, those could the game like The Last of Us could still come to PC and everything. But so far, it's only been new IPs, and if the
Mm-hmm.
trend continues, I think they're only going to be putting their new IPs on PC.
And that would probably mean like Until Dawn. You
Until
know
Dawn, The
that.
Order.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Order, Knack. Not
I
Fat.
don't think they'll
Fat
do
Princess
that.
is existing, but it's pretty dead. If you put it over there, you're gonna make more money than making no money. I can agree with that.
I don't know if they'll do Knack only because the sequels already came out, but who knows?
Oh yeah, that's right. Knack did have a sequel.
Uh, I maybe like let's just say, what other new IPs did they have? Um, like they put Death Stranding over there and everything. Um, maybe they put over Bloodborne. Maybe Concrete Genie. Um, they could put over a few games if they're only doing new IPs. Ghost of Tsushima, maybe.
Again, that's what they're doing, but I don't agree with them doing it because in the long run, if you get a sequel and it's only on PS5, let's say it's doing ray tracing, it's doing 60 frames per second, has an option for native 4K, people might say, "Hey, we don't really need your system because your company put the first installment over here, so that means the second one will come over." And I'm inclined to agree with that pattern. If the first one went over, what's stopping them from the second one from going over?
Right.
Um, I don't know, man. We have to see. 60 frames is cool on Days Gone, and I know it's something that PC fans have been saying. Hey, you guys, all your games are 30 frames, and a lot of them were 60 last gen, but a lot of them are 60 frames this gen. With updates and patches and remasters and shit. Haptic feedback is just fucking crazy. Um, but I will say, I am curious. Oh, I love this gun. Still can't shoot worth shit. Oh, I shot his fucking head off. That's nice. I really hope people have fun with this. This game was and still is very fucking beautiful. Like I let me go see where the map is. One thing I really liked about this game is it had like all these, buildings and shit, abandoned buildings, and you could go into houses and shit. And I really, really liked that. I really liked that they had a ton of fucking buildings and shit. Okay, I know where that is. I don't want to go there. Um, trying to see where the houses is right here. Is this close? Set a marker. So let me see. Let me fast travel over here. I want to go to these fucking houses over here. I wanted to also know Days Gone goes over to PC let's say 2 years. Horizon went over to PC with 3 years and some change, right? When is the right time to be able to talk about spoilers? Both games I actually streamed uh, the whole game. I streamed until I got to platinum. I also did the same thing with Death Stranding. So um, I don't know. Does it really matter? Because if you wanted to play the game, you played the game. Um, that's just how it is. If you really wanted to play it, you played it. Uh, I know me personally, I don't mind playing games when they first come out. I don't mind buying or supporting developers when they first come out. I've heard a lot of PlayStation fans say this, and again, I agree 100%. If you wanted a game, let's say like Death Stranding or Days Gone or Horizon Zero Dawn, you would already have it. If you want something, you're gonna get it. This goes for people that say, "Hey, I don't want the PS5 now because games are going over that were on the PS4." So that means you didn't want the PS4 even when they had games that were exclusive. So you just don't want PlayStation consoles. Don't lie. Say that it's all right to be happy where you're at PC. That's cool. I can't make you want a console, but you can't make a console gamer want a PC either. I understand the hassle with PC, and I understand that's not where I want to be. So, um,
Correct.
I like
And the
my
thing is,
games
like,
optimized, and I don't want to have to change a graphics card every time a next generation game comes out. That's the developer's responsibility to make sure these games run very well, not your responsibility. What were you about to say, Briggs?
yeah, with the people that are saying, "Oh, now I'm not gonna get a PlayStation 5 because the games are coming to PC." You're never gonna get a PS5 to begin with. Let's be honest here, because they can't sit up here and tell me, "Oh, I'm not gonna get a PS5
Oh
because these
shit!
games are going to
I'm about to
PC."
fucking die, bro.
Like, come on, people. You no, you sound silly. You are never gonna get a PS5. You're just saying that. Oh, you're probably an Xbox troll or something saying that shit. Let's be real here.
Fuck out of here. Oh yeah, I agree, bro. I don't want. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, if this is what made you not want to get a PlayStation system, you didn't want to get a PlayStation system. Because from what I understand, I was hyping up this game and I went out and brought the game and I played it, right? And then don't fucking do it. I'll fuck you up.
Like, let's just be real here, people. If you weren't gonna get a PlayStation 5 to begin with, like,
Oh shit.
saying shit. Like, don't like if the game was coming to PC, you were never gonna get a PlayStation 5. So I just don't like fake people like that. I really
Yeah, I
don't.
know. But you got to understand there's a lot of people like that like bro, I'm trying to play this game. I'm trying to play this game after playing all these other games and it's increasingly difficult. But yeah, one thing I really liked about this game is like you got all these abandoned buildings and shit. But I think I got everybody out of these fucking houses and shit. It's not that many freakers over here. It's just an increased amount of attention to detail in such an open world. And obviously, PC fans love open world games. It's one thing I know about these guys. Like, if it's one thing I know they like, they love open world games. Me personally, I don't really mind them as long as they have the high amount of detail. Uh, like I said, I'm going to this bathroom as long as I'm seeing the toilet and showers and curtains and stuff. I love that. Again, being in 60 frames, much better. Going into, I believe this is a kid's room. You have a nice TV, Blu-ray player or DVD player. These are the type of things I expect to see. I don't like to see barren wastelands, um, like PUBG. I played PUBG and it was, oh, whoop de doo. It's a fucking PC. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, that's just how it is. You know how that shit is, right, Briggs? You want a game to be realistic. You don't want a game to look like it's made for a little kid. So I think as far as games that are apocalyptic go, with zombies, I think they're gonna enjoy this game quite a bit. Um, but again, we don't know what the next slate of games are. Nobody knows. Jim Ryan might know, or he might not know. Um, but again, this is a solid game. A lot of people hated it before they even played it. Now I'm seeing people excited about it, or they're just using that excitement to tease PlayStation fans. We'll see. Um, Headshot. But yeah, man, this game's fucking solid. I need to play this shit more. Okay, sounds on. Yeah,
Well,
one.
also,
What that was also another cool thing. If you played Days Gone, Briggs, you could go into the vehicles and take parts out. Like that shit was cool.
right, exactly.
They did a
But
lot
yeah,
of cool things here. Yeah.
with the state of play tomorrow, I want people to realize that don't expect any crazy big announcements. Do not,
Oh yeah,
please
like
don't.
new games or anything. Yeah.
They did say announcements. I mean, they could show one bit new big thing off, but don't expect like a wish list. Please don't, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah. If you're expecting God of War, if we were to get any updates on whatever is going to happen with God of War, I want everybody to understand it would probably be in June. Uh and it could get just the type of delay you got with Gran Turismo where they give you that delay right next to all this other news to try to make you forget about it. However, even though Gran Turismo has been around a lot longer than God of War and sold a lot more copies than God of War, we know that Gran Turismo games normally always get delayed anyway. They don't ever come out when they say they're supposed to come out. It sucks, but that's just Gran Turismo for you. Um, I like this fucking man, bro. It's just so many things. I come back to this game. I platinum the game, completed the game, uh, and it's just so fucking awesome. Like, yeah, the 60 frames makes it look even better. It's very smooth, but just all the attention to detail they put in these environments, and you can go in and out of the fucking house, whenever the fuck you want. Just love it. I loved it, man. Um, so God of War. If they're gonna do a delay, I think they're gonna make a big deal about the delay. So, they show us a teaser. They say, "Hey, we are having problems, COVID. We're gonna push it back to 2022." Um, but if they don't ever do that over the next 10 months, then that means the game still can come out. So over the next 10 months, if they don't say we're gonna delay it, they're not gonna delay it. But I do expect over the next 4 months that they're going to confirm that they are going to delay the game. I think we could expect some sort of a, uh, you know, cutscene or gameplay. It could be something on a level of Days Gone when it was first shown off with a good amount of gameplay, or it could be more of a cutscene or in-game moment, just like The Last of Us. Remember when Ellie was on the bed and she was playing a song? It could be something like that. So it all depends.
I just hate how Corey was teasing, saying, "Oh, he never heard of the state of play and whatnot." Well, I was just like, "Dude, don't do that."
I mean, I would love them to end it with something on, hey, expect to see more God of War in June, or it's like something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think they're gonna have a shitty state of play, but they have had shitty state of plays that were 30 minutes long. But I think they know that people were really impressed with the type of state of plays they were getting, which were single game focused state of plays where they were focused only on one game, and they would roughly be 20 minutes long. This is 30 minutes long. They're expecting to have announcements between PS3 and PS4. So, um, in that regard, oh,
I think it's gonna be a decent state of play. I think it's gonna be a
yeah,
decent
I
one.
think it's gonna be a decent one.
Only because we're gonna see Kana, we're gonna see those games, we're gonna see Stray, we're gonna see Little Devil Inside, and like it also, I feel like we will see some first party stuff only because it within the blog post said there will be some third party in indies, which means we will get first party stuff. We will. It just depends on what it will be, you know. So I do think we will get first party stuff. I think we will, but I'm not going to be expecting anything crazy. We might see something Horizon related because that's PS4 and PS5, and plus we haven't had an update on that game since last June. So obviously we do have to see it soon.
Oh shit! I killed that dumb bitch like nothing. um, another thing I didn't talk a lot about, the water. The water is actually pretty damn good in this game.
No, it's not. You're lying.
It's good. My the one thing I didn't like about the water, obviously, it doesn't have any impact on Dakin. It looks good. It's a good water to look at, but when you roll around in it, you don't actually, see him get wet. Now, after he's outside in the rain long enough, you will see more. His clothes get shinier and stuff like it's, he's getting wetter. But the water rolling around in it, no, you don't really see that. You see the lower part of his pants are wet, but that's pretty much it. Hmm. Not everybody can be like Naughty Dog. I mean, I beat the whole fucking game. There's literally like scattered amounts of freakers out here, or AKA zombies. Um, but really just an open wasteland. You got a couple of things you can do. I really need to focus on the challenges. I think there were some trophies for those, so I need to go check on those. These motherfuckers got killed. This game, bro, this is a solid game. Like there was so much hate for this game, Briggs. Like there was untold amount of hate for this game, and I still don't understand why. Like people just hated this shit. Do you think people hated it because it wasn't on their platform, or was it just a really really bad game? Because I thought it was pretty solid. It took a little bit of time to get to the story, but I mean, I've stuck with some pretty slow TV shows and animes that took a while to get to the story, but I didn't call them bad games. Yeah, this is definitely an underrated game. I love the enhancements. You got good gun control, good mechanics. I mean, I'm happy that we got the oh, what's going on, Spartan? I'm glad we got the motorcycle, but there were a couple people here that got vehicles like cars and shit, and I was like, hey, why can't I get a car? So it was shit like that. But the weather was good. So,
My
shit.
main problem with Days Gone was I thought the game was a little bit too long. That's my main problem with it. I think it was a little too long. Apart from that, I enjoyed the game. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. But I just thought they didn't need to make it as long as it had to be, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I hope that they learned a little bit more from that. Sony Ben. Hit that motherfucker with my bike. Yeah, I hope they learn a little bit more from that. Like, you don't gotta make a drawn out game, even if it's open world. Bro, I remember like all this shit taking out the nest and shit. That shit was so fucking crazy. Yup.
That was fucking awesome.
And
What up,
then I
Jay?
was
What
hiding
up?
in this fucking trash can because it was a big ass horde coming down here, and I hid in this fucking dumpster like an Xbox fan. What's going on?
And man, trash can.
Hey, yo, man.
I don't
I,
know how they found me, bro.
They found you
I,
in the dumpster?
They found and they just started screeching at the shit. I was like, yo, how they
Oh, them
yo, I don't know. I
motherfuckers.
didn't make no movement, bro. My controller was face down.
I guess they
I'm like,
tried to say that they could smell you.
I guess.
What's going
But
on, bro? How you doing,
me?
Rob?
I'm all right. I mean, shoot. After the existential crisis yesterday, I calmed down a little bit.
I mean, it wasn't a surprise to me because we just dealt with this with Horizon. But for him to end the interview saying, "Hey, we have a slate of other games," like I'm trying to figure out how many games can you port to PC and still maintain um, the quality of games that you want to bring to PS5. Is this a year where you're like, hey, PlayStation fans, you're gonna get Destruction All Stars, you're gonna get Kenna. Those are like two double A studios, indie studios. You're gonna get Returnal. You're gonna get Ratchet and Clank, very well known game, and we're gonna give you Horizon, even though it's also available on PS4. Gran Turismo is gonna be going to 2022, not because it's not ready, but because we also want to push that with the new VR device. And then there's no way we can keep God of War, so we're gonna push that off too.
Well,
But we don't know
well,
actually being put.
I know, but I can
Oh,
see that shit happening. And then if
well. This is the thing I wanted to point out, and I find it kind of strange because it's one of those things that it looks bad to do the things that he's doing right now. It looks bad for Jim Ryan to sit up there and say, "Oh well, yeah, we got all these exclusives," but then at the same time, we're putting a bunch of stuff on PC that was on the PS4, and we're basically. I feel like he's trying to say, okay, the PS4 is useless now. You don't need to buy it. You need to buy our new machine by putting all these games on PS4 that were originally exclusive to PS4 on PC.
exactly,
But then at the same time, you got to look at and that's another thing. I don't know if you even noticed this, but did you notice that Stubbs the Zombie is coming to PS4?
I don't know what that is.
It was an Xbox exclusive.
Stubbs the zombie.
Yes.
Let me
It
go.
looked like it was a dumb game, but obviously it had a cult following, and now
oh,
PlayStation's getting it.
dude, it was a great game. I played on the. Oh, it was such a great game.
Let me
I'm not
go
lying.
do a little research on that one real quick.
Such a fun game, dude. It's insane. It's actually really decent.
It's probably not better than Dreams, but okay.
Yeah, it is.
Stubbs the zombies. But I mean, it's a lot of that shit going around. But yeah, okay, I remember this one. Okay, I remember this one. Um, do you? I'm just wondering, like, do you think that PlayStation gets anything out of this outside of a scattered amount of revenue, which is not even going to be comparable to what you got from Days Gone on PS4, even if it didn't sell well. Because there's no guarantee on PC. Like you put your game over there, they even like it enough to support it because it's cheap enough, or they're like, hey, I like it, I'm gonna pirate this shit because I don't want to spend that money. and you have a lot of PC fans that have already put $1,000 or more into a graphics card. I understand the logic behind most of these guys over the last 5 years. I invest in building up this powerful PC, but I'm definitely not buying any more games. And if I do buy any games for this monster of a PC I built, these games are going to be fairly cheap, and my system will be able to run them at the max settings. So they're not
Well,
that demanding.
well, the thing that I'm looking at it as is that number one, you would have thought they would have learned from EverQuest, which, I mean, EverQuest was big for them for a little while, but then after everybody figured out how to pirate it, everybody was pretty much playing for free.
Exactly.
Then
I got a super
on,
chat from
all right.
Emmanuel. Let me read this one. And True Witty also. Are those are the two? Okay, let me get True Witty out of the way. $2 super chat by True Witty. Should Sony allow the mods on PlayStation games on PS5? Definitely. If you're going to be able to mod on the PC version of a PlayStation exclusive, that should go both ways. And we definitely should get free enhancements, which would be patches. So if you're putting a game on PC and they get to play at 60 frames, we should get that too. We already got that with Days Gone, but we didn't get that with Horizon Zero Dawn or Death Stranding. And I do feel some type of way about that. Emmanuel with the $2 super chat. I tried to warn you, Jay. Jim follows Phil now. That's actually not a good thing. Like, following Phil Spencer, you shouldn't be happy about that. Again,
Yeah,
let's break this down. I'm gonna break this down. Everybody else, y'all get as much time to talk as possible. It's a short term explosion, right? It's a short term explosion. You get a little bit of money from PC from these games going over. They're older games. PC fans know they're older games. A lot of these PC fans secretly wanted these games. Some of them really thought they weren't going to go over. They watched their famous and favorite live streamers on Twitch and YouTube play through these entire games, so they already know the story. So what's really going to entice these guys to go out and buy the game? They got the promise from Jim Ryan that they're getting more games. So they don't really feel that they need to buy these games in order to get more games. So Days Gone comes over. They didn't want it in the first place. It doesn't do good. Same shit happened with Horizon. They didn't really want that game. They want Bloodborne, God of War, Spider-Man, Demon Souls for the PS5. These are the games they want. They have no plans on buying a console that has Sony on it. That was never their intention. Their intention was to persuade Sony to follow the movement that Xbox was doing, where you give us all your games and we don't buy your hardware. And that's a give and take. There's no real partnership there. It's like, give us your games, that's it. We make the decision if we want to buy or pirate them, and that's it. And if you don't give us your games, then you're a bad guy. So, in the long run, there is a level of distrust between the PlayStation consumers and the people that run PlayStation, where when they come out with a trailer like Returnal, does Returnal do as good going forward? Probably not. Yes, it has exclusive at the end of every trailer, but do we even trust that shit anymore? Do people say, hey, I'm not going to go out and buy a PS5 because Returnal might end up on PC? You see how that shit hurts? This is the same shit that happens to Xbox all the time. Games just don't sell until they had to literally give them out to their own consumers for free. Like, yeah, there's an option to actually give it out to PC fans for free. Give out your game without any protection and let them pirate that shit. That's it. So that
I was gonna say, looking at what Jim Ryan has done, essentially is made the value of the brand go down.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, he's basically saying, okay, well, yeah, we love these games enough to want to share them with the world, on a different platform. And it's like, but what about your own home platform? You're pretty much saying, screw the home platform. Let's go get these bucks somewhere else where somebody else will probably buy it. And that's the thing that I've sat up there and said for the longest is like, why in the world are you catering to the potential
Uh,
potential? You
okay.
can't cater to the potential
I want to say
customers.
something, bro. We got a red alert, but I don't want to give out everything I just saw.
What?
I have the roadmap to PlayStation Plus, and as you know, it's from my boy Frostbite. So Frostbite does not put out anything false. I had saw a banner on Twitter of Kratos and another character from that time period. That other character has a game, and that game is only on Switch and PC. Because of the success of that game, I've said multiple times there was no reason why that game shouldn't come over. There's another game that's exclusive to PC that made its way over to Nintendo Switch recently and is now on its way over to Xbox. And it seems like that game is going to be announced for PlayStation as well. So those are two games with a PC background and nature that are heading over to PlayStation and other platforms. And what's this other one? I don't really care about that one, but I do care about this little tidbit right here about Destruction All Stars roadmap. So I'm really excited that they're going to be doing a roadmap and announcing that roadmap. There is a lot of
$8 billion.
indie
Damn.
stuff here, but goodbye Volcano High. I'm not buying or playing that game. It's just not interesting to me. That's on the list. I'm just gonna fucking talk about the whole list. Oddworld, Soulstorm, Friday Night at Freddy's. Don't care about that. Grand Theft Auto 5, PS5. Not gonna care about that because it's not a remake. So it's still the same fucking Grand Theft Auto, and obviously they're gonna want you to pay again, which isn't. It's
Obviously.
not happening. Um, they say Returnal is gonna be there. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is gonna be there. These are the two that they're claiming from this leak that will be there that stemmed from the PC and then went to Switch and then Xbox and now PlayStation. That will be Among Us, that game where you find somebody among your crew that might kill someone. And they said they would be ending with Hades. So if they
So we
do,
might be getting Hades.
yeah, if this is true and they do end with Hades, that would mean that possibly, if they really wanted to work something out with them, they could put Kratos in there because Kratos is the god of war. I saw that on somebody's banner early this morning, and it made me wonder if that would be possibly confirmed.
Well, I mean, dude, you know what they usually say: where there's smoke, there's fire.
Bro, that's weird. Let me go post that picture. Cause I got the picture of the banner I saved earlier from the Kratos shit. That shit was wild. There it is.
I mean, if they paid or if they figured, since Sony is feeling so very generous to allow their character to be in the game as a guest character. I mean, hell, they did it with Mortal Kombat.
This is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
Too, but I mean, dude, like I was saying before, the potential customer is a wild card in any medium.
So now this is what they're talking about. This is I believe an hour ago. This is PlayStation UK on Twitter. They said characters that defined a generation watch as 12 PlayStation adventures become one in this extended supercut by the talented Much 118X. Again, I like that they call them characters. They're talking about PlayStation adventures. They're not. Again, PlayStation is staying away from the word exclusive when they're talking about PS4 titles. Again, I was under the impression PlayStation made a ton of money from the PS4. That was my impression. They almost sold as much as the PS2. With the console sales, a lot of their games reached the high that the previous installments never could imagine to reach. Like God of War selling 10 million. You know, I really want to know what that's all about. The way that Jim Ryan had made it seem in the interview yesterday is that they can't make money if they don't put a game on PC. Like, I think they want to try to get their foot wet in PC again. And like you said, with EverQuest and some other games, I mean, they left PC specifically because they weren't making money over there. And I don't think it's wise to make that dumbass decision anymore. But, that is
It's
what it
old
is.
hat. It's old hat. I mean, basically, you going back to old hat and having something that you thought was old faithful, and you want to get that old thing back. I mean, you notice I'm using a lot of old terms when it comes down to what they're deciding to do. And that's basically what he's doing. Like, he didn't learn anything. Like, he wasn't there when they went through all the stuff that they went through
But
with
he
PC in the
was.
beginning.
This motherfucker's been a part of PlayStation for generations. He knows exactly what happened back in the day. We got a $5 super chat. Let me read that one off. Kevin Smith, the Returnal and Star Wars Republic cameo trailers have made my day. Commando. Yeah, again, Star Wars older games are coming back. They're doing remasters because Star Wars is hot fire after Mandalorian. And until they get the next Star Wars adventure ready, whether it's going to be a movie or a series, they're going to go backwards and see if they can milk some of these older games, which is pretty smart. Again, and this is what I'm talking about with the PlayStation thing. You put Days Gone over there because Days Gone 2 is in development, which is obviously it is. See what you can make off of that to help with the development of Days Gone 2. Last of Us goes over there right when the HBO show premieres. Like things like that. Horizon went over there. Horizon 2 got announced. So, is it going to be something like that? But if it doesn't go that way and they just randomly start putting games over there with no sequel in sight, it's kind of like, hey, you're just putting games over there.
Well, I mean, looking at Last of Us, does that hurt Last of Us any more than what Last of Us? Because I mean, secretly,
No, it would not hurt The Last of Us. It will only hurt The Last of Us if you have The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer that still hasn't been announced, not be announced, and then be announced after you put the first one over there. Like, how does that help the second one with the multiplayer, especially if you don't immediately make Part 2 multiplat? And I'm curious how this works when you have a multiplayer game that you put on PC. Do you combine the servers? Again, I'm just asking these questions. So far, every game that went to PC have been single player in nature. Nothing that PlayStation has produced and put on PC has had a multiplayer. That would change. That would change if it was The Last of Us Remaster or Uncharted 4, which have multiplayer, or a Gran Turismo. So,
well, I mean, looking at it from the standpoint of somebody who they hated the game because they didn't get to play it on their preferred platform, and now they're getting the chance to. All the hate might change.
yeah, obviously, I'm interested in the narrative changing where Abby killed Joel. I hate The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I don't hate The Last of Us Part 2. I'm hoping the game comes over. So that was always going to be what was going to happen anyway, because I know a lot of people were upset that the game was exclusive. Not that Abby killed Joel. They wanted the game for themselves. So I'm an honest person and I love honesty. So I want PC fans to be honest. Do you really like PlayStation games that are made by Sony first party studios? I think the answer is yes.
Well, that's an obvious
They
answer.
watched
I mean,
every event and they were excited alongside PlayStation gamers for the games that they were seeing. Whether it was Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, God of War, Spider Man, any game. They were excited every time I could go to Twitter and see somebody port begging for the game.
but we're gonna see whether or not they buy it since they got the chance to now. Now that's the big thing is
But
whether or
that's what I'm
not.
saying. You buy a console for $400 to $500, right? For on
Mhm.
PC, the latest and greatest graphics card is $2,000 or more. After you spend that huge amount of money, you're not going to want to turn around and spend a lot of money on your software. And that's just evident on PC because they will buy the cheapest of games if they're brand new compared to a $40 or $50 game. Valheim just came out and is making amazing waves on the PC, right? Specifically because it's a $20 game. If they tried to sell that game for $50, it would not lift off.
See, so for them, it's the cheaper the better, and the cheaper the better is not actually making it
It's not making anybody
worse.
money.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not making anybody money. Like, PlayStation knows they like to buy cheap, but they still gave Horizon to them for $50. And Death Stranding went over there at $60. So we don't have a price for Days Gone, but I would see that game being priced at $50. I don't think PlayStation should go lower than 50. If you are putting it over there because you're claiming you want revenue, put the game over there at the highest price you possibly can, even if it's an older game.
See, and that's where the real truth is going to come out, whether or not that was actually the case, or whether or not it was just something, you know, to sit up there and say, "Oh, well, we got these on PC too," just because you don't want to buy our console.
What's going on, Agosta? I apologize for not reading a lot of these chats. I mean, I agree with everybody in the chat that's saying that shit, and I've said it for a long time. A console is not worth anything without exclusives. PlayStation knows that. But they're gonna have to figure that out in the long run because right now they're blinded by what someone else is doing and what they're lying about with
I
their
think so.
financials.
I don't even think so. I don't think it's because of Microsoft, bro. Because remember, Sony had their own department for PC, like development of games and putting games over there. They had that before Microsoft even started that shit, and it was a dedicated thing that they closed down when
And
they
they
sold off
yes, because they weren't
Deval.
making money over there. That's
Right.
why they did that.
So they already did that before, just like with PS now. Like people say Sony has copied Microsoft when they brought it back to PC, but I could have sworn when PS Now came out, it was on PS3,
Yeah, it
PS4,
was everywhere.
Samsung TVs, Sony TVs, and then on certain phones. Sony has put things on PC before, they just never did good. Now, I think because that was because of reception around whatever they was trying to do. Now that everything is doing good for Sony, I don't think, okay, let's try again. And you see, they put PS Now like fully back on PC and started to allow gamers and all this shit. And but they haven't let downloads be doing on PS Now on PC. But yeah, I think it's just now that they hot right now and their games are like the talk of the town. I think they're putting it there to try again.
Yeah, but
Eventually,
I'm looking at it like the strategy is going to bounce like a bad check if they keep on going the way they're going,
it
especially
is because
lying
people
about
are
stuff.
yeah, right, because people are going to wait. Because look, think about it. Horizon Zero Dawn came to PC last year, and it came out 3 years ago. Days Gone is 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
God of War is more likely to be next. Spider Man, because those was the rumors last year was God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Days Gone. Two of those games have been announced. God of War is gonna go next. Spider Man, I don't know, because they was able to resell that on PS5. So I don't think that'll go. But I think yeah, games like The Order, maybe Killzone Shadowfall to highlight ray tracing, like that's more likely as well. So old
See,
games, I think they're
I
gonna
wouldn't be
come.
surprised with the order because I mean, shoot, that would get them in back
Look at this shit.
ready at dawn.
I think listen, this is what I'm gonna say. if PlayStation really wants to make money by putting old games over there, put old games over there. Anybody gonna argue with me that these games are fucking old? They're not. They're fairly new. They're still in the topic of conversation, right? Horizon is in the topic of conversation. The sequel is out. People are playing the old one. Ratchet and Clank. The new one is coming out. I don't feel that a lot of gamers respected the PS4 version, but now it's in the topic of conversation. It's being given away to every PlayStation fan on the 1st of March, which is next Monday. So it's still, it came out a while ago, but it's still fresh.
Oh, Jay.
Very scary thought.
So I'm like, hey, you want to make that money back? Give him Fat Princess for $40. Put the Order 1886 over there for $60. Knack 1 and 2, bundle that shit for $60. If you want to be honest about what you fucking claiming, put the oldest of old games over there for the top price. But that's not what they're doing. They're doing something completely different. I can't put my finger on it yet. But they're not giving them old games. Those are old games.
Haven't heard anything else about those new Radeon cards yet.
What happened?
We haven't heard anything else about those new Radeon cards yet.
What's that about?
The AMD cards. If what I think might happen happens, they have officially screwed the pooch.
I'm confused.
All right, they in conjunction with the PS5, they were developing the Radeon cards, right?
Uh-huh.
So for the longest time, everybody's been saying, "Oh, well, yeah, no PC can do what PS5 can do." Well, they developed those cards to do what PS5 can do. What if that is the future that they're looking like? Okay, how do we sell these Radeon cards? Okay, let's put a PS5 game out there with the purchase of this Radeon card.
I mean, that would probably be Godfall, but that was already a multi-platform game in my opinion.
But that's what I'm saying though, is that the first time it'd be testing the waters with Godfall, and then they'll see if they can do it with something else.
Again, but if they think that, hey, you got nowhere else to go, no matter where we put your games. I mean, me personally, I'm a console gamer, so I'm always going to stay on console. I had the option and still have the option to this very day to switch over. I don't want to switch over. That's just me. That's my opinion. But they can't expect to make the same amount of money when you spread yourself too thin. We've seen it so much. Look at what's going on with the streaming services when it comes to the movies. They're allowing people to pay one price to access all their content. There's no way they're making the same amount of money as they were, let's say, before COVID started. They're not.
Well, see, the thing that I was saying about that particular thing with everybody trying to do all these different services is that some of them have to go away. Because you can't sit up there and have somebody spend money on multiple different things and still think that they're getting their dollars worth out of paying for said service over and over and over again. You can look at Game Pass right now where people are paying for it and saying that they don't care that they pay for it, but they don't play anything on it.
What the fuck?
Yo, Jay.
What's
Yo,
up?
you know about AEW, right?
Yeah, I just saw that fucking Big Show went over there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. Yeah.
I just saw it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Bro, look, you want to know why he went over there? Because WWE ain't trying to pay older wrestlers, bro. Because
Why would they?
Again, no, but hear me out. These motherfuckers paid their dues, bro. Don't say why would they, bro. They paid their fucking dues.
No,
motherfuckers like Big Show deserves to get that check.
But he's not as active anymore, remember.
I understand, but you think some of them legends still don't get paid? Because their name is still associated with it.
Like, for example, Undertaker gets paid $15 million a year. He was wrestling once.
Exactly. So look, this is all I'm gonna say right now. If AEW is willing to pay you more money for being less active or in the back or just having your face on the fucking like right there on the website, bro, jump at the fucking chance.
Like, oh, I want Mark Henry to go over there.
He got a family, bro. You gotta understand that. Big Show got a family.
Big Show?
Man. Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah, he does.
It make
gotta make
perfect
that
sense
money.
because it make perfect
Slick
sense
one.
for him because of that
Sting
last
went over
Legends
there.
night that they had. They embarrassed him.
Oh yeah,
Right.
and I know he didn't like
Yeah,
that
on Raw.
because I
He did.
watched that and I know I saw it in his face. He really, some of these wrestlers are not okay with the storylines that Vince
Mhm.
McMahon put out there.
Well,
People
He
got
maybe that's why
feelings,
they
bro.
embarrassed.
Even
killed
though
Wait,
it's
Macho
what?
fucking
Man
fake,
Hulk
people
Hogan.
got feelings.
What if? Well, wait. What if that's why they embarrassed him? Because they knew he was leaving. They did it to Matt Hardy. Remember? And they had him get beat up by
Yeah,
Randy Orton,
I
and he
know.
left. That's probably why.
I
But they've
really,
been doing it for years though. They've been doing that. They did that with Hogan and they did that with Macho Man.
all I'm gonna say right now is you can't burn
The
too
only,
many fucking bridges because you can't build that shit
only
back.
person I, the only person I know that got a proper send off was Ric Flair.
Yup.
Yep.
And the
And but
funny
look
thing
what
is,
they doing to him now. Treat that motherfucker like a
because he
whatever
has
now.
debt, that's his fault though. Like,
Yeah, I know.
he burned bridges. He burned a lot of bridges too. I'm be honest with you, man. That Flair name is toxic as fuck. Because you see how close him and Vince McMahon is, right? Once
Yeah,
upon a time, they wasn't once. And you know how they was racist back in the days, right?
yeah,
I mean, Ric Flair used to use the word nigger a lot. Because, that was the style. That he grew to love black people, right? And all that.
Yeah.
He made a lot of bad investments in North Carolina. And a lot of them were black-owned businesses that it was a racist thing that went on. He wasn't the one that did it. But there was a place in Charlotte, North Carolina, on the eastern part of it, right, that dealt with finance, and it was like a financial advisor.
mm-hmm.
Somebody close related to, not relatives, but close to Rick, called the police and said that they were stealing for Rick, which they were not. And guess what? He lost all his money. So that's why he's in debt. It came back to like
But look, bro, there's
2001.
so many other reasons why he's in debt because he just
No, no,
didn't manage his
that
money
was
right.
that was the that
Ever.
was the first reason. That was the first reason. Because he never was good with money, right?
No.
And when
Bro,
his wife said that.
after he
But that was the
retired,
last thing.
he went back to work because he was fucking broke. They gave him the
No,
send
Jay,
off, right? And they gave him the ring,
no, that
but he
I
still
will
had
tell
to
you.
go back to work over at what,
That's
TNA?
why no,
Yeah.
remember, no, that happened in the 90s. That black thing. He went to WCW, right?
Yeah.
And then when they got bought out, he went to WWE because he had no money. That was the last big thing that happened to him. Ric Flair had $3 million and he lost.
That's
He
sad.
That's
had
why he
way
went to
more than $3 million.
WCW. No, the one that he lost.
He lost $3 million.
That's why he was in
Okay,
WCW.
bro.
That's why they was paying everybody money.
Your boy
They know.
Corey is teasing something 3 minutes ago. So what's going around on Twitter now is people are saying, post an image of yourself as the final boss without downloading a new image. So Corey joins in and he posts this picture of this, I think, a Ragnarok type boss. This demon with horns and he has fire wings and he's roaring and he's huge.
He got a war.
And it's like,
The PS5 has cheap hardware from 3 years ago. It's not hard to outdo it. Oh, okay. Okay. You mean Corey like Barlock? Corey
yes,
Barlock?
Corey
Yeah.
Barlard.
So I'm not watching.
I'm gonna be at work too, man. I'm gonna hate that shit.
I'm gonna try to comment on the live stream, bro. Like I'm gonna get mandated today though, so I'm gonna be getting off work 8 o'clock in the morning.
Damn,
I gotta
bro.
start today. Yo, I'm going back to work, bro.
No,
4
I'm
o'clock.
not talking about them. I'm talking about damn. I start at 5. Literally, I clock in at 5. So
What time you leave?
by the time at 1:30 in the morning.
And you just gotta go all the way back to Maryland.
Yeah. So
Oh,
no, but I'll
cool.
be like, once I get to my fucking up there and where I got signal, I should be able to catch what happened. Or people
I
will
don't get it.
they'll blow me
Yo,
up on
you know,
fucking what's that?
Jay, I just realized
Discord.
something. You work for the government and you say all of these things in your channel. And notice your channel has never been affected by that or your job.
Yeah,
Can you tell me why?
Because I keep that
But
shit
people, because we was
separate.
because we were just talking about monetization yesterday and channels being taken down for certain things you say. You say a lot of shit, and your channel has never been taken down
Because
because of
I
that.
don't say that extreme shit. And I know people really wish this channel would get taken down or they could fucking suspend it. I
No,
really
I was
know they
asked.
do, but they can't.
No, I was asked by somebody. Um, how come JTech? Because Sick said one time, "Oh, I forgot you work for the federal government, right?" And
Mm.
it was asked, "How come JTech says all its curse words on it, fuck, 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 and his channel never gets shelled, he never gets fired?" So I just wanted you to say it
Oh
as
yeah,
an answer
and
because I
I've
know
been
they're
doing
listening.
this, bro. I've been doing this for years though, and I've never.
Hmm.
I had a channel when I started when YouTube was very very young. That was Pyro 2000X. I created a channel in 2006, and I
Back
didn't
when.
start making content regularly until 2008.
Mm,
And then
I
I got a
remember.
community guideline takedown in 2011, in November of 2011, but it wasn't due to anything like that. It was just literally there was a lot of people in the community that wanted me gone. They were like, "Bro, we gotta get his ass out of here." And it's
Yeah, they hated you,
yeah,
man.
it's
I get
still
out.
you still got that now, but I feel that as long as you follow the rules, it is kind of hard to get rid of someone. They want me gone on Twitter, but they don't understand why I'm still on Twitter after 10 years of
I
the account
mean,
being there. Like
they
if I
got me.
follow the
They got me
rules and
out.
I do what I'm supposed to do, I mean, what you gonna do? You know?
Shit, Twitter has
I wanna.
a of people who make death threats, so I don't know about that.
I wanna know what. I wanna know what hardware from 3 years ago PS5 had because I know PS4 RDNA 2 just came out, and I
Mm.
know that there's no SSD out there that can match it with 12 channels. So 3 years ago, really? And then find me an SSD that does what that does. That I always set up everything customized. Find me a tech that has that already. Because the Xbox Series X doesn't have it. And I know the Xbox Series X is not outdated tech. This is up to date tech. That's why the shit was $500
Mm.
and
Man, that
not
rumor
$400.
came out of somebody who was smoking meth.
Probably. Checkable 4K, so not native 4K. The funny thing is, they have sparse rendering on Xbox One X, and they even do upscaled and dynamic 4K. So I don't know why people keep saying
Carney, what's
PS5,
going on,
PS5.
bro?
They're doing the exact same shit. So isn't there a game that was dynamic 4K on the PS5 and Xbox Series X and the Series X shop all the way down to 1080p and the PS4 PS5 does 1620p? Which game was that?
I don't know.
I didn't think you trolling, bro, but it's no facts. Like you said, 3 years old. The only thing that was 3 years old when it came out was PS4 because that GSN architecture, that Polaris shit, was old. And
I'm
so
trying to
was the
figure out
Jaguar
where in the world
CPU.
they got that information from. Like,
Well,
for
I
real,
mean, I'm gonna be honest. I just want to point something out. We're never not gonna have PC trolls in the chat, and it doesn't matter what
That's not.
graphics card comes out, and it
I
doesn't
don't
matter
know if
what
that's a PC
PlayStation.
troll. I don't know if that's a PC troll because PC trolls.
I'm just keeping it real. Hold on, I'm just keeping it real. We're never not gonna have a PC troll in our chat for the JaytechTV YouTube channel, specifically because even if there's a new graphics card out, even if there is another older PlayStation exclusive from the PS4 that goes to Steam, it's not enough. First of all,
Hmm.
most of them don't have the money to pay for the latest and greatest graphics card. Their PCs are shit,
Hmm.
and they don't have enough money to pay for new software. What excites them, where their entertainment lies, is just being annoying.
which sucks.
They don't play games. Like, again, I talked to Sick about this. This is a gaming community, but we got tons of people that just don't play any games at all. They get enjoyment out of fucking with people. So I'm letting you guys know when Days Gone goes to PC officially and is playable on PC this spring, it's not going to change anything. We're still going to see these idiots in the chat. They don't have anything better to do. They don't have a job. They don't have school. They don't like playing games. They don't have girlfriends. I mean, that's just how it is. So
But I don't get
that's
why.
my
What is
answer
that
to
going to
anybody
change?
that's gonna ask that question anymore. They're not much. They're not about much. Really, they really
But
aren't.
what do y'all think all this trolling is going to do? Because
Oh, it's
it's
not
not
doing
getting
shit, bro. Because
Sony
I
out.
ain't going nowhere.
It's not going to get Sony out of here. It's not going to get PlayStation out of here because you could troll all you want. You're not doing nothing. Your voice is your words is not harming them because they're making money. Like I said, Sony was going broke, right? Sony at their lowest was worth $18 billion, and over the course of 7 years, Sony is worth $112 billion right now. So that was over 7 years, by the way. So y'all wanted them to make money. Y'all kept saying they wasn't making money. Now they're making money, and that's a problem now. What do y'all fuck do y'all want? That's what I'm. What do y'all want?
Yeah, I
Y'all
mean,
already
no,
know
actually,
Microsoft has no money.
they don't like Sony making money. What they really want is they want to help the developers. Again, these are quotes from the PC community over the last 5 years. I want
But
to
helping the
support the developers.
developers,
Why won't Sony let me support the developers? Sony should stop holding these
you
games.
can
What is it? Hostage? Yeah,
hostage.
they say Sony needs to stop holding their exclusives hostage.
Oh,
Let these developers make more money. Okay, so the developer gets the chance to put the game on Steam store because Sony allows that to happen, and then the narrative that I just told you goes away. The game is there on your platform of choice. It's on your
so
storefront of choice. You have the
support the
option to
devs.
support it, but you don't.
You don't.
So everything
And whose
that's
fault is that?
if people want to understand why I call them PC port begging trolls to begin with, it's because they are literally trolling the developer. They tell the developer we want to buy your game on our platform of choice, but then when the developer puts the game on their platform of choice, they're not there to actually support the developer because it's a narrative.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Like,
it.
what y'all want? Like, what do y'all want? Y'all
I
talking about
don't.
you hold the hostage
Me
in it.
personally, I need to know what they want because the more games that come out there, you're not fucking with me. I've beaten the games. I purchased the games already. I got the platinum for most of these games that come over. The first three that we just got, Death Stranding, I got the platinum. Horizon Zero Dawn, I got the platinum. Days Gone, I got the platinum. I know the story like the back of my hand. Okay, so you now have the option to prove me wrong. Buy the game, post the gameplay,
But see, this is the
but
thing.
they ain't
They
gonna do
don't
it.
actually want. They didn't want these games. They,
Exactly.
I mean, the one that they sat up there and complained about the most was Bloodborne. If they get Bloodborne in their hands, what will they do then? What next?
They're gonna mod it. They're not gonna play it, bro.
I mean,
They're gonna.
Bloodborne's a
What's that
difficult
shit?
game. I don't see them
What's
actually
that shit?
successfully playing the
No.
game.
What they gonna do? What's that shit PC does do? When they illegally get the game.
Pirate?
What? Pirate. Um, yeah, I found the word. Pirate the game, and they're gonna mod it. The only game they really bought that was really high numbers is Horizon Zero Dawn, and that was only 716K. That's not a lot. That's pretty bad. If you want to support the developers, support the developers. You said you wanted it, you got it, then you don't buy it. So what did you want in the first place? Now, if Sony was to be a dick and take it off the store, then I would say Sony's anti-consumer. But you're not the consumer, so how are they anti-consumer? That's what
Exactly.
you got to remember.
Look, and that's what they need to understand. Sony does not actually answer to the PC fans. If you're getting leftovers, you were not their main focus to begin with. Their main focus is to sell the hardware they invested in. They invested a lot of
No, they
money into the
made their shit.
PS5. Yeah, they invested a lot of money in the PS5. The only way to move the PS5 is to have something that nobody else has. And it's not just features.
So,
These features
so
can
I
be
still don't see why.
replicated on PC. SSD can be replicated on PC. The haptic feedback, let's say not right now, or nobody's interested in doing that right now. Even with the new VR, that's already probably been replicated. The VR that we're going to get on PS5 is probably already going to be outdated by the time it comes out. But
It is.
the only thing
I
that
thought it's
pushes
already
that
happened.
stuff, because the consoles we have are outdated already, by the standards of
They're not
people that
outdated.
hold on, by the standards of people that can modify their PC with $3,000 or $5,000 worth of money, you still need something that makes it unique. What do you have that makes it unique? After you look at the features, after you look at the gimmicks, let's say a VR or haptic feedback, what else makes your system stand out? The games.
Software.
The
Exactly.
software.
So once you start to put that message out there that these games aren't actually going to be exclusive, but only for a limited time, kind of like you go into a fucking restaurant and they say we got these bagel bites at McDonald's for a limited time only. Get them while they last.
Yeah.
But if you wait long enough, they could bring that shit back out anyway, or somebody else will, because they saw how hot it was at McDonald's, and that's what that's what people might think. They're like, hey, PlayStation said limited time or said exclusive, but we don't really trust them. And that's not just the PlayStation fans; these are the PC fans. They're like, nah, they don't really mean that. They're gonna give it to us.
To piggyback off of that, you'll sit up there and see something branded McDonald's this, McDonald's that, and then next thing you know, it's in every general store with the same McDonald's branding on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, like I can give you an example of that chicken sandwich shit from Chick-fil-A. You see Popeyes jumped on that bandwagon, and guess
Oh
what?
yeah.
Now Taco Bell is doing that same shit.
What up?
So
Taco Bell
everybody,
has a chicken sandwich?
yeah, in the taco form.
Oh, in the taco form. A taco
And
sandwich.
McDonald's is now too. McDonald's is now too.
Another chicken sandwich at McDonald's? I don't even
Yeah.
eat there anymore, by the way.
Yo, and another thing is that spicy nuggets.
Mm,
Wendy's was known for. McDonald's had that shit too, and
yeah.
then you had the spicy chicken sandwich
Mhm.
that McDonald's have, and then everybody copies
Again,
now.
and when everybody is the same, you really start to not know where you want to go. You know?
Right, right. That's the
So
problem.
I
But
don't.
that's Sony's
Again, me
fault with the
personally, as a
marketing.
consumer, I don't want PlayStation to be like that. I don't want PlayStation to lose their identity. And for some weird reason, PC fans want that. I've been told by PC fans, again, over my study of these idiots over the last 5 years, that it doesn't matter if you don't have exclusives. You know, just make sure your hardware is good, and people will still buy the console. I was like, what are you talking about? You already try to troll us all the time about having outdated hardware. So you really think having hardware with no exclusives is still going to sell the hardware? I mean, again, this is the logic that they spewed out to me to make it seem like it's perfectly okay to just give away what makes you special.
The only way that they could even consider doing that would be to make the consoles modular, and that would cost them a ton more money to make than to give us the all-in-one box.
So I hope everybody in the chat is understanding. In the long run, this does not actually benefit PlayStation. It could actually hurt them. It's damaging the value of their brand long term, because their brand is their box. And when you don't need their box, you really don't need their brand, because once the game is going to your platform of choice, PC or wherever else, in the future, like, you're just getting scraps at that point in time. You're not there, let's say they don't go day and date anytime soon. You're getting the scraps. You still don't really, or you're not forced to buy the game because you're already given an additional option to not buy the game day one. So, it's crazy as it seems. Days Gone will probably be a $50 game or lower on PC. Horizon, they bundled all the content and charged $50. So you're not paying the same amount of money that we're paying for when we got it day one at $60, and then additional content was added for additional price. So when we say we supported the developer more than you, that will always be the case. As far as the PS4 generation is concerned, like we went out and brought the game day one. We posted pictures, we posted live streams, we posted video clips. We did what we do as gamers. I did not see that type of shit from Horizon Zero Dawn. I saw PlayStation fans that also had PCs post gameplay, but I did not see your average run-of-the-mill PC trolls post gameplay for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Don't own it.
Or own it. Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, dude, I'm looking at it like this. I forgot about the other one they were asking for. They were asking for Persona 5, and I doubt. You haven't seen anybody even post anything about Persona 4. So why would you even sit up there and ask for a game that you're not going to do anything with? I mean, damn, I'm looking at it like this. I look at that, and then I point out something like Sunset Overdrive. If Sunset Overdrive had have come out on PS4, people would have bought it. I'm going to sit up there and say I would have bought it. I didn't want to sit up there and buy an Xbox to play that game, I'll admit. But if it came to PS4, yeah, I'd buy it.
What game is this?
Sunset Overdrive.
Exactly.
Actually, even Dead Rising 3, in which case, that one, I was hurt when they sat up there and said that it was an exclusive to Xbox. Because
this is what
Dead
I'm not
Rising
understanding. 2. Like, I talked to Sick Humor about this. This is not his favorite game at all. He believes the game is trash, Sunset Overdrive. But I'm just looking at it this way. PlayStation puts Days Gone on PC. It's on Steam. They own Insomniac, the people that made Sunset Overdrive. Now the guy, the designer, the lead designer or something behind Sunset Overdrive, he comes back to work at Insomniac, which is now, again, owned by PlayStation. Sunset Overdrive only went to one other platform, that was PC via Steam. What is stopping them from reversing what's going on? Putting games on PC, but also taking games that they own from PC and put it on PlayStation. Now, they only got one that I know. They also, Insomniac does have some other VR titles and indie titles that they put on PC that, again, they could reverse it. And it's on PC, but they also put it on PlayStation. I'm curious about that. I'm interested about that, if they would even do something like that. Again, a lot of time and money goes into porting games back and forth, whether it's going to PC or going to consoles. So I don't know if they want to really do this when they're supposed to be focusing on their new hardware. So how much time and resources will it eat up to perfect the port? Because if it's one thing we know the PC fans really want, they want to play the same version of the game we have, but much better. And that means the port is going to have to be near perfect, or we will hear about it nonstop on the internet. They will bitch and moan about it all the time.
Well, I'm looking at it. The only reason I even brought up that particular game is just to say, all right, they're trying to do this last hurrah for PS4, because that's why all these games are coming there in the first place. Give us that one last hurrah and call it what it is, and stop supporting the damn thing and put it down. Put the old dog down.
The last hurrah is going to be Horizon and possibly God of War. But we have not got a confirmation that God of War will only be on PS5. So I give him up to the area of E3 in June to tell us some more about God of War. I give him up to June, because that's when we got the PS5 announcement as well. So I give him up to June.
Dude, I mean, and another thing is that they also need to make sure that this damn thing is widely available, so that these people can stop bitching and moaning on Facebook about not being able to get a PS5 on every post Sony puts up.
Yeah, they really need to start doing that, because by you not having a PS5, it is making it a little bit more easier for people to say, well, I can't get a PS5 anyway, let me go build a PC. Do I find it a little stupid? Yeah, it does, because you could wait and spend $500 on a PS5, or get a graphics card, the latest and greatest, is $2,000, and then build around that shit, which end up being like $4,000 in total. So
actually, a little bit more than that, looking at what parts they get. I mean, shoot, if they trying to sit up there and have their glistening gem of a PC, they're looking at upwards to maybe 8,000 to 9,000 just to sit up there and have that beautiful case, to have that RAM that's super fast, to have,
And this is why I don't take the PC community seriously, because I know most of these guys don't have that type of money.
Of course not. But they like sitting up there talking about it like they do.
Like, they just don't. I mean, they don't buy software, and they claim to already have a PC. So,
Jay, you missed the round table. We were not supposed to do it.
I didn't miss it. this shot started a little bit early, and I was still working, so I definitely couldn't join that one.
Bro, that shit was 5 hours.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I saw some PC fans saying that Thrash was crying because Days Gone went to PC, and that's another PlayStation fan that did a long ass live stream.
actually, he didn't actually. That shit
I
was
know he
barely.
didn't, but
That
I'm
shit
just
was.
saying that's
That shit
the
was
word around
barely
town, and I'm like,
like
man,
we
how
was
do y'all
literally trying to
motherfuckers
talk about
know?
it.
How do y'all motherfuckers know what he's talking about when I'm pretty sure y'all don't listen to the whole live stream? You have like
No,
one
they
listener.
listen.
Hmm?
They go by the title, right? So we bought that up, bro, and then the manual was there. So
Oh shit.
it was more like that. He was saying Thrash was lying. Like nobody was crying about it. We just said they could harm Sony. Like same shit. It's like we said it harms Xbox when their games is devalued.
Exactly.
Same treatment we gave it. So
But it
how is
hurts
that crying?
PlayStation a little bit more because we know Sony don't even come close to Microsoft when it comes to the cash on hand and the money that they have. So when
The cash on
PlayStation,
hand they have is literally the difference is only 4.8 billion.
but listen to this, what I'm saying is PlayStation is Sony at this point in time, right now in 2021.
Yeah.
Like they make a lot of money and they made Sony stronger. You know, it wasn't the
Mhm.
TVs, it wasn't the camera, it was the games. Their gaming
Right.
division is making Sony stronger. So if you make the
The
gaming
irony
division weaker, it's gonna have a traumatic,
negative
yeah,
on the whole company, right?
it's not gonna be good. So again, I
Jay,
saw this on Twitter and I agree with it. Right now, it might not look like ain't shit happening. It's just an announcement. You putting a couple games over there, but eventually you will understand that it's gonna have a big negative impact on it. Because you're going to try to
hey
sell
Jay,
games to people when the system is widely available and it ain't going to fucking move.
hey
Hmm.
Jay. Remember when they used to make fun of Sony and said that's all they do is depend on gaming, and they made fun of Sony for depending on gaming? Now,
Hmm.
what's the most popular entertainment sector in the world?
Gaming.
What everybody want to get into?
Gaming.
Okay, okay. You see the
And the
hypocrisy, right?
power and the power of the cloud.
And not even Sony was first to do that,
I
and
know.
then with game streaming, and they made fun of it. Now what?
Ooh,
Now look,
yeah.
everybody is well. It's like Sony is literally the benchmark of gaming at this point.
I
Everything they
mean,
do,
you
everybody
you were
else do it.
saying
Right?
that earlier, and it's very true. You had you had PlayStation do what they do when it came to their streaming service, and they had it on PC, still do with PlayStation Now. They had it on smart TVs, they had it on PS Vita, they had it on PS3, they had it on tablets and cell phones. They had it everywhere, but
That's not the only thing. Sony last year delayed all their games because of coronavirus. What
uh,
happened? Everybody else started doing it.
mm-hmm.
Sony, everything Sony does, everybody else does. I've noticed that. And I think Six said that last year. Sony delayed their games, The Last of Us. As soon as they delayed The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima got delayed. Then what happened next? Square Enix started delaying their games. Then Ubisoft started to delay the games. It's like
So
that's a
with
never
Gran
ending cycle.
Turismo, which is a big game, like it was whatever type of delay, like it wasn't a big spectacle for that delay, but it is a big game. Uh I
Gran
can expect
Turismo.
other delays to happen around that too. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not just at PlayStation. I can expect a lot of other delays to happen in the game industry until it's just not gonna look like a good year. I mean, again, I'm happy I got Destruction All Stars, and I'm very happy that I was able to revisit a game that I didn't play last gen. So I'm playing some back catalog games, and I have enough time to revisit some of these games I just didn't have time for. So personally, it's good. I'm cool with them not having a game out every year, or sorry, every week or every month. It's all right. I still have other games that I really do need to play and finish. But for other people, it's not all right. And there's no positive outlook on that. They want games every week. They want games every month. I I want to say COVID, but there's something else at play here.
Remember,
And
Jay,
I'm gonna put it this way. I don't necessarily believe everyone is really ready for next gen, but it was always like that. Look at the first
no,
batch of games you get in the beginning of a generation to the middle of the generation to the end. Look at what happened with PlayStation. Look at what happened with PlayStation from PS2 to the last couple years of the PS4. But look at every generation. From the PS2, the first couple games, to the last couple games, and look how good they look. PS3, from the first couple games to The Last of Us and other games like God of War 3 and Killzone and Uncharted. Like, the games looked a lot better. They started getting better. So I think that even though they don't want to admit it, we saw this so many times when it comes to PlayStation. I'm not saying their system's hard to develop for. I'm just saying that everybody's ready, including third party, second party, and indie developers. They're not ready to really show us the true power of next gen. They can touch on some stuff like, hey, look at the 60 frames, look at the ray tracing, look at the 4K. But like Mark Cerny said, not everybody is going to really like go all out and show us a type of game that we never got before based off of the technology that we have now. You know? So I can't wait. I know it might have to be next year, but I can't wait to see some real next gen games. You know, like I want to see that, and nobody has tried their hardest to show us that outside of Sony when it comes to Demon Souls and what they did with Spider-Man. But outside of that, I'm just trying to see a game that's not a remaster or that's borrowing assets that already currently exist. I want to see something completely new. PC is not pushing us there either, so y'all can shut the fuck up on that. PC never pushes the gaming industry on innovative games, ever. They still fucking around with games that look like they were made on the Super NES. So they're definitely not helping us. But I'm looking at Sony Santa Monica. I'm looking at Naughty Dog with their new IP. Whatever else Insomniac got planned, because it's just too many people. That's a huge studio. And I know after Ratchet and Clank comes out, they're going to be quiet for a couple of years. I don't think they're going to pump out their next game until the next 2 years. You know, they did Spider-Man. They did Ratchet and Clank. They're going to be quiet. I think that if they want to make money for the new games, the way that Jim Ryan's saying, just taking his word and turning it against them, they can re-release Sunset Overdrive. They put it on PC. They re-release that shit on PlayStation and make some extra money for their next project. But again, I know that's not why they really putting these games on PC. That's a bullshit fucking excuse that he used. But if he's saying that can work that way, it can work the opposite way too. Just saying.
Shoot. But I'm about to go ahead and drop on out of here.
Okay, man.
Peace out.
Briggs. Is Briggs in here? Let me see. No. Shit. I'm by myself now. Which is fucking great, because I can actually play some games. Okay, what's going on? Crumpet Man is spamming. What's going on? Crumpet, you have no need, blah, blah, blah. What's going on, Cedric? I guess I'll go touch on this one. Because Dawn Break, you say, "Are you dumb? VR was first on PC, but it didn't become super popular until PlayStation did it, which made it pretty mainstream. That's why the excitement about the VR announcement yesterday was a lot bigger than any of the multiple VR headsets. It is very saturated on the PC side when it comes to VR headsets. Again, exclusivity is just fucking crazy. You have the PlayStation VR headset, which is only working on the PlayStation VR. So the possibilities are going to pretty be interesting. Your friendly neighborhood Spooner Bean, you said Destruction All Stars fell off 3 times in a row. Yeah, it definitely did. So what's your point? I played the game, I got the platinum. I enjoyed the game, and I still do. So Spooner Bean, what's your point? Hey, Rafe the Emperor, you can go on and block him. You don't need to be nice and just put him in timeout. You can just go on and block him. Cause I think he's just here to make the statement, but I don't think he's here to actually tell us anything else. Emmanuel, every time you're here, you prove to me there are tons of games on Xbox that are dead because you are an Xbox primary gamer. So any of the new games that came out that you're not currently playing, and if they had an online presence and you're not playing them, that kind of means they're dead. I'm pretty sure I could jump in a lot of multiplayer games that are only on PlayStation right now and get in a match. I don't know if you can do that with Bleeding Edge or Grounded or what else you got? State of Decay, which people don't even talk about. But it's nice. Again, I'm a type of person that likes to just go straight to the edge. I don't like waiting around for decisions or shit that's gonna happen. If I see something happening, I call them out on it. Everyone here, whether you're Xbox background or PC background, you're here for the downfall of PlayStation. You believe that if PlayStation misses a step or does something that would have a negative impact on PlayStation or Sony, that is some sort of a victory for you guys. Let's say that's what you really want. You want PlayStation to not be dominant because your platform of choice means that much to you, that you guys remain dominant in some way, right? So PC remains dominant in having software, but not any exclusive software that people give a fuck about to build a PC for. You're building a PC to play games that already exist. So when I hear people say, hey, I'm going to get a 3090 so I can play all of the PlayStation exclusives that I didn't play over the last 7 years. I mean, do you see how stupid that sounds? You're going to spend about $2,000 on a graphics card to play a game that already existed, that all you had to do is pay $200 to $300 for on the system. That's it. But some people want to pay $2,000 plus the case and the keyboard and the monitor if you're a new PC gamer, just to play games that already exist. I don't understand the logic behind that. Nobody is running out to say, hey, I need an Xbox. Like, why do you need an Xbox? You tear away the narrative of the specs, the narrative of, let's say, Game Pass or any acquisitions. You tear away all of that. Why do you get an Xbox? Why do you get any gaming system? You get the gaming system to play the games. And you want to get the best gaming system that has the games that you really want to play. Maybe they're high-rated games. Maybe they're award-winning games. Maybe they look good. Maybe you like the story or the actors or voice actors that are in it. Maybe you grew up with the series, you know? PlayStation has those games. I grew up with RuneScape, right? I took a little bit of time and I used to play RuneScape for a good amount of years. But I will not go build a PC to play RuneScape. I'm pretty sure this laptop can handle me playing RuneScape, but I have not touched it since I got the laptop. It's not a system seller on PC that I want. Um, I had a capable laptop when Sims 4 was announced, and Sims 4 was not announced on consoles. So I went out and got Sims 4 at top price. Brought it 2 times for me and my then girlfriend. And that's just how that went. If you really want something, you got to buy it. You're not going to wait forever for the game to go to another platform. And there goes the title. There's still things that can spoil me, right? Like you can spoil a story for me or anything like that for a game that's just now coming out. But that is fair game, because if you're gonna go out your way to spoil the story for JayTech because he doesn't like PC, so let me hurry up and try to spoil The Last of Us before the game even comes out. Doesn't that make it alright for me to spoil a game that has been out for 2, 3, 4, 5 years? I mean, this is something you guys have to ask yourself. The games that you really, really, really want to play, they have already been out for a long, long time. Let me help you out. Again, I don't like to wait around, so let's go to the game you guys really want to see. Let's go to Bloodborne. Let's play Bloodborne and let me spoil the story for you. Just to really point out something. Now, as you know, Bloodborne is 6 years old. There shouldn't be any real reason for me to spoil Bloodborne for people, because you should already know everything about it. The majority of people that hype up Bloodborne actually didn't buy the game. A lot of the people that are, fans of Bloodborne, they don't even have a PlayStation. They like it because it was made by From Software, or they like it because their favorite YouTubers or Twitch streamers are playing it, or they like it. So, I'm going to go on Bloodborne, right? And I'm going to share some information with you about Bloodborne. What's going on, Briggs?
Not much, man.
What I'm about to share with you about Bloodborne should not mess up your experience. You waited 6 years. You obviously did not want the game. Let's see. .30 frames per second, not good on my eyes. So, let me just say this, right? This old guy will be here sometimes when you come over here to fix your weapons or get stuff out of the storage. This old guy is the last boss of Bloodborne. The last boss of Bloodborne is this guy in a wheelchair. If you get enough umbilical cords through the story, after you beat him, he will transform and you will have to fight his different form. You get a gold trophy for beating this guy, which is the last boss. And if you got all the umbilical cords throughout the story and all the areas, then when you beat him, he will transform and you get a different gold trophy. That's a spoiler. But it shouldn't matter because the game's been out for 6 years. If you hit him even once, he will disappear. Because he's really not even supposed to be there. But he's there. And he's the last boss. You will know that because when you go and fight him as the last boss, you will see he looks just like that, but he's just standing up. He's not in a wheelchair.
That's fine. Jet Big Boss is coming at him 5,000 more times.
What's going on, Gannon?
What's up, man?
It's been too fucking long, bro. How are you and the family, man?
Man, we good. Working 16 hours a day over here trying to deal with this COVID backlog bullshit.
Oh shit. Let me go see what Kevin Smith said. That name sounds so fucking.
I don't know. You need to unblock me and stuff in your chat too. These young moderators don't know who the fuck I am.
What happened? Where were you blocked, bro?
I was timed out, because I'm on my other account, Steve Smith, because my other one got banned for for calling somebody a queer. Yeah.
So Steve Smith. Okay, can you do me a favor whenever you get a chance? Just you can go back and comment. I'm gonna make you a moderator. So just put a profile picture so I can know, because it's so many of these fucking trolls, bro. It's fucking.
These idiots. They're so young.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bro. Most people don't fucking know Ganon's a legend of the fallen.
y'all weren't around for Jet Big Boss, man. That's crazy.
Jet Big Boss. Jet Big Boss.
Yo,
Big Boss. Who the fuck is that?
That fucking crumpet guy. I told him I had a Jet Big Boss processor and we were coming at him 1,000 more times. He didn't know what the fuck to think. Hey, I told him I'm gonna get a wavy cricket mod for the Mr. J game coming out and play the Divider. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He didn't fucking know.
Bro, I can't wait to play fucking Final Fantasy. I'm just in my RPG element. I'm playing that Yeast game, Yeast 8.
What, 14?
Yeah. I just,
Shadowlands was announced, a new expansion. It's coming out this June.
I mean, if they keep delaying games, I might I'm gonna go back and just play MMOs the whole time.
That's the best thing about being an MMO gamer, man. Like, you can always do shit on the side. But nah, man, I've been primarily going home playing 14 and Black Desert. You know how I do. That's about it. Black Desert did get a big upgrade on the PS5, by the way.
Okay.
Do not recommend playing that game on the PS4 unless you have a strong ass SSD.
What if I play it on the PS2?
Man, on the PS2 it might actually work. You would need about 3 or 4 different capacitors to go along with a RipTac chipset, but overall the desktop will work just fine.
So Briggs, you think we're still getting that PlayStation Plus update today? You think they're gonna push it back to tomorrow?
We're supposed to. That's what they said, but I don't know now.
I mean, they could make the state of play even better if they just hold it off. I'm trying to see. Because, guys, I really don't. I mean, obviously, I got enough time to talk about this shit forever, but it's getting kind of boring. We're just going to wait for the next PlayStation exclusive to go over or whatever, and then we'll talk about that when that happens. But, again, you make money off of a platform that your game was not originally on. But in the long run, you hurt the brand value because people think that they don't need your hardware that you invested a ton of money on creating to play these said games that are supposed to be exclusives. But PlayStation and Sony, they're going to have to see that for themselves to believe it. I'm pretty sure they're seeing the backlash, but they don't seem to give a fuck. So when it hurts their pockets, that's when they care. In the meantime, if you're going to brag about having access to play these games on your said platform, which is PC, you can't be upset if somebody spoils the story for a game that has already been out. especially when you've already spoiled it for yourself, because I know you guys watch other live streamers that play through the whole fucking game. Bloodborne has been out for 6 fucking years. I'm pretty sure you guys know what the story is. Call me Story Pack.
No, they don't call you that. Yeah, they don't call
Cool.
you that.
Hey, Gannon, what's your thoughts on the power
The power?
of dreams? Yeah.
The power of dreams. Well, listen, the power of dreams is a complex thing. First off, we need to go back and reassess everything. It's like my boy Moguns just said, I don't give a fuck, I like the stats. You know, ultimately, that's the way I feel about it. I hope that shed some light on your question there.
No, not at all.
I didn't know. I don't play dreams. I don't. My kid does.
Oh, that's good. Is she good at it?
I mean, about as good as a 9-year-old could be at it, I guess.
Okay. This the power?
She likes going on there and playing all the creative stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, that's what I like doing. Okay, let me see what's going on here. We got 2 people level 17 now. All I'm doing is just I keep going to the stone, filling up my health, go to the next area, come back and do it again. Because I know on the other side of this fucking lake, there is definitely, let me see if, oh! I fucking knew it!
Jay, you stay frosty, buddy. I gotta get my ass back in here and fix these goddamn planes.
Okay, bro. I'll
See
talk
you, man.
to you
Love you
later.
to death. Keep up the content, man. For real, you're doing a good job.
Thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it, bro. I knew
What?
it. Look, so I kept using this trick to level up over the last, let's say, 2 days, right? I would go use this rock to heal all my people, go to the next area just a little bit, and then go back to the area and go fight this mid-boss because he's giving me a lot of experience. I think I leveled everybody up like at least 4 times. I love, in the beginning of an RPG, I love being level 20. I feel like if I'm level 20, I can start doing a lot more shit. And I'm level 17 on everybody. This one guy is fucking 16. I went just far enough because I did see fish over here. And you know, you can fish on this game. I love fishing. I go a little bit forward and it starts the fucking boss battle that I thought was at the other end of the exit, but no, it's literally right there. You know what? Can't do that right now.
They call them lawn packs. That's what they call them.
Almost bedtime.
But dude, I can't believe Corey Balrog posted up that picture of Surtur, that fucking Norse mythologic fucking creature, dude. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
We're gonna see God of War tomorrow because he's teasing it way too much for it not to be.
We're gonna get an update. We're gonna or something. I mean, it might not be anything. It might be a very disappointing Sunday state of play. God knows we got a lot of those.
But if we see God of War tomorrow, it's over. It's fucking over.
No, I mean, again, I'm happy if we see anything God of War, right? But I'm not gonna lose my shit because I know that game can get delayed. I feel it in my soul that that's one of
Oh, I
those
don't
games
care.
that can get delayed.
I just want to see the fucking game. I don't care if it gets delayed. I just want to see the game.
Here we go. Got your dumb ass out the way. By the way, grinding like this until my characters are level 20. I keep coming back in here and getting materials from all the enemies I defeat and these material rocks. So, oh wait up, there's one more. There we go. White meat. I got a lot of that shit. Something. That makes sense.
Because he teased it. He talked about the state of play yesterday, and now today he shows a Nordic monster. Okay, come on, Corey, you can't be doing this, man. You can't be.
I mean, does he have any, like, I know Boca Loca was like, hey, bro, he had to be put in check because he's a little crazy sometimes. Does he, because he's not at the office, are they still checking him to make sure he doesn't go too crazy? Because I don't want him to keep teasing and then ain't shit happen tomorrow because I'm going to be fucking pissed. I mean,
Well,
I'm not expecting anything to happen. Even if anybody or everybody hypes me up, hey, God of War tomorrow, I'm not gonna believe it because these type of state of plays are very disappointing. I could see this is going back to the classic indie game state of play, and I don't want that. So whatever they show, if it's not an indie, it better be big. So the areas where it's not an indie game, it better be good shit. That's what I want to see.
Right, and the thing is, it's like it's still nothing could happen tomorrow, but at the same time, it's like
I know we gotta have to get some info on Kenna. That's something. Yeah.
Right.
Little Devils. That's something because I'm interested in those games.
Yeah. But like what I'm saying is like he teased the September showcase last September. He teased that showcase, and he didn't say he like teased it. And guess what? We saw God of War, and now he's teasing this state of play. Come on, now that's something. There has to be something.
There we go. Skill finish. Killing this crab monster. Okay. He's about to level up to 17. Let me see what everybody else looking like. Ugh. I think I'm going to just get him to level 17. I'm going to go for the boss because we came over here and I think we were all like level 13. So we leveled up a good amount. But I'm going to make 2 game saves just in case I can't beat the boss. Let me do this one more time. And I want to use his special for that boss. So I'm going to just do normal attacks with this one. Oh, shit. Love me some good classic bosses like God of War with the Valkyrie Crane. I mean, that was extreme.
But dude, if we do see, I'm excited to see Kana and stuff tomorrow. I'm very excited.
Oh,
to see
my God. We have to. I mean, they always talk about the game and update us on Twitter, but I want to see the game and I want a release date. Even if they push it back, I want a release date.
I think we will see a release date. I think we will, especially since the developer gave a time frame of
also, if they are going to show Horizon, that release date needs to be anywhere between July and September. But if they do that, I don't know if God of War can come out between October and December. So we'll see what happens with that.
But again, it's strange that they did not talk about God of War at all yesterday. It is very strange.
And that might be because, again, it might get a delay. But if they show us gameplay this year, I'm cool. Because we all expect that game to be delayed. It's going to be a big game. You know? That's going to be a big game, man.
Right, but the thing is, I think they would have announced the delay yesterday if they were, you know? But they didn't. They didn't even talk any anything about it. So, and now since we got the state of playing Corey teasing and everything, maybe we will see something regarding God of War or a little update. Because it's just strange that they did not talk about it. It's just very strange.
Yeah, it is strange. Bro, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I still haven't leveled up my character yet? Come on, man. I know I'm going far, but damn. I'm guessing the next thing I do is level him up. Let me make sure I save. Because after I do this shit, I'm going to go for the real boss. I got so much fucking materials, man. There we go. Damn it, motherfucker. There you go. There we go. Got your dumbass. Okay, you're level 17. Nobody else is close to leveling up. I'm guessing that boss over there, the turtle boss, will help me level up. Let's see what goes down. Okay. I really love when games just let me save anywhere I want. That's just those are the best type of games in the world. Okay. Everybody is level 17. Let's see if I can fucking beat this boss. Gaming is fun, everybody. Trust me, I know. I love it. Shit. Oh. You took away one. You know what? You ain't even that powerful.
The thing that's powerful is Xbox Series X. I know that's powerful.
Okay, that's it, buddy. I'm doing my mega attack now because you're getting on my fucking nerves. I'm taking away 200 fucking damage on his dumb ass. I think, is it overkill? It's overkill. Yeah, it's overkill. Yeah, we killed the shit out of him. I leveled up too much. But he keep doing this fucking jumping attack. There you go, you bitch. It's over. I think I overdid it when I was leveling up because I took him out a lot faster than I thought I could. So, good? Okay, so he was a boss, I guess? He was a boss, but I leveled up so much that he didn't really matter that much. And I got a lot of bait, so I'm about to fish. I like playing games like this, guys, so just get used to that shit. Whatever I get, this shit's gonna be fucking huge. A B. Yeah, give me all that. Give me all the material. Give me all this fish. Call me Fish Man. This one was easy. This is probably a small motherfucker. Briggs, you don't like fishing?
No, I don't like fishing.
Oh, I was gonna tell you about this fishing game on Dreams.
Yeah, Dreams isn't real, so I'm not too worried about it.
I'm trying to figure out where is the other Dream.
Yeah, it's nowhere to be found because it's not real. So yeah.
I mean, I've been hearing a lot of people say Dreams needs to go to PC, but that that would be interesting because that would be a whole completely different server you're gonna have to bring out on there. I am curious about the online games with online communities and shit. Are they
Yeah.
planning on bringing those games over? Because let's say these games are getting older, the ones with the online communities, you're planning on, um, taking the servers offline. You bring them out over there. Do you revive the servers and keep the servers running? Like, how does that work? I don't know. We're gonna find out all of this shit in due time. This dude isn't reading chat. It froze. What's going on, Carney? I would really like an update from Final Fantasy 16, but I really think that would be up to Square Enix. Even though it's a PlayStation exclusive, it probably would be Square Enix's responsibility to let us know if the game is coming out this year.
Oh, so the new title for the Spider-Man movie is No Way Home, I guess.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Because Tom Holland and Sony were talking on on Twitter, so I could see that happening. Again, bro, I don't know, man. I hope
Yep.
they don't.
Yep, it's called No Way Home.
No Way
It's
Home.
called No Way Home. Yep.
It's gonna be interesting to see if they put Spider-Man on PC because again, Spider-Man, God of War, Last of Us, Bloodborne, obviously, Demon Souls PS5 version. Those are the games they really want. Can you remove the chat on the screen? It froze. Okay, cool.
Yep, No Way Home.
I don't know
Okay.
why it froze. It normally never freezes, but it was fucking up today anyway. So let me see. Did it go? Oh, it unfroze. Okay. 1 second. Boxed. Yeah, because I like this one better. No, I fixed it. Or for right now.
Yo, that's
freezing
dope.
again.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3 got an official name. Does it just? Is it just? Let me go check it out. Let me go check that shit out real quick.
Oh, wait. Maybe Sony will be saving that PS Plus lineup for tomorrow during the state play.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm thinking, bro.
Because what if Kata is actually a PS Plus title?
That's gonna be big. Again, you're putting it on the Epic Game Store for PC, putting it on PS4. You gotta start finding a way to benefit yourself too. So you gotta find a way for yourself to be benefited.
I just wonder.
Spider-Man No Way Home. No way fucking homes. Only in theaters this Christmas. So they saying in theaters, we're going to see Sony. Because of COVID, you know. You know how that is? The COVID shit? So I wouldn't mind going to theaters to see it, but, come on, man. I want to see what's going on with that.
I don't know, man. Because the thing is, with that, my movie theaters around here are not open. They're not open around here, and I don't think they'll be open anytime soon. So
and the one around here, I think they closed down. That was Regal, and then I go to Regal also in DC, and I think the one in Chinatown is closed down. So, yeah, I don't know where I'll be seeing it.
Yeah, because it just sucks because some of the movies that I did want to see, are probably not going to be able to see in theaters. I'm probably going to have to stream them or something whenever they come there.
Yeah.
Because, for example, the new Halloween Kills movie, the one with Michael Myers that's supposed to come out this year, they said it might just go to streaming because movie theaters are dead, basically. So,
isn't that funny to say movie theaters are dead?
That's crazy to me because I love going to the fucking movies, man.
Me too, man. The only thing I don't miss about the movie theaters is, what? There's a Jet Set Radio type of game. Oh, I know Yella gonna love this. It's called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Let me guess. Is it only on PC? Bro, I'm trying to figure out where I can buy this game at, bro. Jet Set fucking Radio. It's confirmed. It's coming to PlayStation 5 and PS4. Great.
What, Jet Set Radio?
No, it's a game inspired by it. It's called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. And it's coming out next year. Yeah, it's coming out next year. I think it might be coming out this year on Steam in early access, but it's officially coming out next year. But yeah, that shit looks fucking... Yeah, that looks dope. Oh, man, that's just classic gaming goodness. So, No Way Home, that's what it's called. Let's see. I mean, I like that we got a name for Spider-Man, but I think it's a little cocky for Sony to say we're all going to be able to view this movie, in theaters without the virus. I mean, the virus looks like it's getting better, but, So The Boys got a new picture for The Boys. Yep, there's a new picture for The Boys. I can't wait for season 3. Not a bad day. Spider-Man got his name. You got State of Play announced for tomorrow. New Returnal gameplay. No sign of PlayStation Plus, but we're gonna.
That'll be announced tomorrow. I think that'll be announced tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait for tomorrow to do that one. Because it just makes it's gonna make a lot of content. So yeah, they're definitely gonna want to do that. 5 o'clock showing for State of Play, bro. That means they definitely gonna do some stuff with that.
Because the thing is, people will be out of work by then, most likely. So it's like,
yeah, I know. Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. Shit's about to go crazy. Uh-oh. The Arn guy from Naughty Dog, he says our communications team is hiring for a senior communications manager. Come join the fantastic team. Don't be discouraged if you don't think you're perfect for match. I encourage you to apply anyway. It's worth taking that chance. Hope to speak with one of you soon. Naughty Dog is hiring senior communications manager.
Yep.
I really would love to get an update for The Last of Us factions.
We could get that tomorrow.
And I want it to be released this year, because if you're going to push off God of War and you're going to push off Gran Turismo, you're going to give us Horizon, you're going to give us Kena and Ratchet and Clank. What else do you do? Yes, you have a roadmap for Destruction All-Stars, which I have no doubt will get completely better through time. But you still need something else. Give us The Last of Us Factions multiplayer this year. You still got 10 months. There's no reason why you should push that back to next year. Give that shit to us this year. That'll be enough. Then the multi-platform games fill in the rest. I think that's a solid plan. Let me talk to the chat. I'm just trying to figure out, like, PlayStation can team up with Disney Plus, but Disney and Sony are completely different. We already know when it comes to the Spider-Man movies, Sony is making the money off of the initial purchase of the movie, right? But Disney makes the money off of the merchandise. So if they put Spider-Man on Disney Plus is gonna have to share some of that revenue with PlayStation or Sony, and I don't think they're gonna do that. This is tricky. This is really, really tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, what Sony said for tomorrow, there's going to be 10 games. 10 games that they're showing, so I don't know what they're going to show.
Bro, if this motherfucker chat ain't working right today. Sorry, guys. The chat shit ain't working right today. Frostbite had a £2 super chat. We didn't read that. I'm pretty sure that's important. Yeah, something went wrong with the chat. It had a bump. I don't know when it had a bump, but it had a bump somewhere. Can anybody see the super chat that Frostbite had posted? Because I can't see it. I'm trying to scroll up and I don't see anything. Okay, that's just weird. That's a weird one. Hey, Briggs, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay, something's just weird. Something out of my connection real quick. That's no. So what do you think about that Spider-Man thing? It's definitely getting delayed because COVID. I don't see COVID going anywhere. I already knew about all the strains before the news and stuff wanted to confirm it. Because once the virus moves to another body, it becomes a part of that body. Like, let's say somebody has a virus or a pre-existing condition, and you cough or sneeze or whatever, and it goes to someone else. It's going from host to host. It's changing every time it moves from one person to another. There you go. That's the strain right there. But now they just want to advise the public, oh, we have all these strains. Like, motherfucker, we been had the strains. You could have been told us that we had the strains because it's jumping from host to host like a Resident Evil virus. Rated R. But I don't know, man. I don't know if the world will be healthier by the time it's time to see Spider-Man this Christmas. I don't know. It seems like they waited to see what Biden was going to say. And then they filled us in. So, it's weird. Oh my god.
And PlayStation said deep dives for tomorrow as well. Deep dives. So
30 minutes. 30 fucking minutes.
Yep, updates and deep dives.
I
Well,
gotta figure out what are you gonna talk about for 30 minutes? That's a lot. I don't know, man. It could literally be anything. It literally could be anything, Briggs, at this point. It could be anything. Trying to
because
fucking
like
know.
deep dives. So it's like, are we gonna get like gameplay or what? Like 30 minutes is kind of, it's not a long
Again, that's
time.
what I'm saying. They didn't make it specifically clear it would be one game. If it was one game, I could understand it being like 20 or 25 minutes of a deep dive of that one game. But if you're going to do a deep dive of multiple games, let's say you got 3 at the most. Each deep dive can be 5 minutes long. Destruction All Stars is going to have a deep dive if this picture is true to what Frostbite sent me. Because you're going to have to do a deep dive of the roadmap of that game that is not doing so well right now. They gave it away for free. It didn't catch fire. It's not looking so good. But I think they should have been announced the roadmap for Destruction All Stars before it died. So you got a Destruction All Stars roadmap deep dive, right? On content and modes and shit you're bringing. That's cool. What's the next one? Kenna? We don't need another one for Returnal. We already got a gameplay for that. You can re-show us that gameplay for anybody that didn't catch it. Get the hype flowing. So you got Kenna. You got Destruction All Stars roadmap deep dive. And what's the third game that would need a deep dive?
The light skinned Batman, Red Door.
No, not that.
Shit.
Not
LF.
that guy. Anybody but that one. Does anybody else have an idea of what deep dive it could be?
I don't know. I like 30 minutes isn't a long time. He said deep dives as well.
Yeah,
like
for
more,
S.
so it's like
Horizon? Games from Eternity said Horizon. I could see Horizon. Crumpet Man, you said I hope they bring back PlayStation Home. I agree with that, bro. The world needs PlayStation Home since we're all stuck at home right now.
maybe a deep dive on Kana, maybe.
Yeah, Kenna, Destruction All Stars, Horizon. Each one of them get 5-minute deep dives. That's 15 minutes. Then the rest of the 15 minutes is just trailers and shit.
I'm gonna look at what they said. Hold on, give me one.
There is a petition for PlayStation Home as well. Yeah, I know. I don't know if I signed it, but I do support it. I support them bringing back PlayStation Home. Like, if Sony really want to make money, they can make money off of that. Like, PlayStation, or Sony or PlayStation, I don't know which one's really steering the ship, but them up here saying they need to put the games on PC to make money, that's the initial statement. It's pretty pointless.
Yeah, they said new updates and deep dives for 10 games coming to PlayStation 4 and
It
PlayStation
could
5.
be that light-skinned Batman game I heard about. Possibly. I mean,
And they said including new game announcements and updates on some of the third-party and indie titles you saw in last June's PS5 showcase. But again, like, I don't know what new games they're going to announce. Like, who fucking...
Jamar Bay said PlayStation All-Stars 2. You want to make some money? Bring some games out. You want to make that money? Bring some fucking old classics back. A remake of Jak and Daxter. A remake of the Sly Cooper trilogy. Like, hey, let's go down that path. Project Athena. Because it still has Project in front of it, I don't think we're going to see anything from that. But, possibly. Ghostwire. If they're talking about stuff from last year, that we saw during the PlayStation 5 reveal, yeah, I could see Ghostwire. Oh, Deathloop. Deathloop would definitely be there. Maybe another deep dive into that. Maybe announce a beta for one of these multiplayer games, something like that.
Yeah, I just don't know what they're going to show. I really don't. 30 minutes isn't a long time to do deep dives on the game.
Hey, Dawnbreak, I guarantee you Sony will never make as much money on PC as they do on consoles. You mean you're telling me Horizon Zero Dawn sold 10 million copies? Most of the time, those sales numbers are coming from people that brought the collector's edition, deluxe edition, the digital deluxe edition, or standard edition at $60. You're making tons of money off of that. And then you sell a complete edition also after it won a lot of Game of the Year awards and people brought that on PlayStation. Then you sell that complete edition for $50 on PC and it only sells 700,000 copies compared to 10 million copies. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. There's no guarantee that you put a game on PC and it's gonna sell boatloads. They don't know that. I'm pretty sure they were expecting to sell at least 1 million or over 1 million of Horizon Zero Dawn in a specific amount of time. They made the plan before they even put Horizon over there. They knew that they wanted to put games over there, but their excuse, hey, we're putting it over here to make money, that's not a valid excuse because it's not guaranteed. Especially on a PC platform. It is crowded as fuck, if I want to be 100% honest. It's not only that you guys invest more in your hardware than software, you have a lot of games on the Steam store. So when you put a new game over there, or new types of games over there, which are PlayStation exclusives, they're battling with AAA multi-platform titles. They're battling with AA titles, indies, betas, early access. There's a lot of competition on the Steam store. It is not guaranteed that a PC gamer is going to want to spend $50 or more on a brand new PlayStation exclusive that appears on the store. So no, it's not guaranteed that they're going to make money. They're trying to see if there's an audience. That's what they're trying to see. This is just straight facts. This is no fanboy shit. It's facts. It's crowded as shit on PC, aka Steam store, and nobody knows how many copies they're going to sell at any given time. It's up to the PC community if they really like a game. But the way you guys have been begging for games, this is one of the reasons that they also put it over there. For some weird reason, they're not actually giving you guys the games that you keep begging for. Bloodborne didn't go over there yet. I'm really confused about that. They know what you want. They're not fucking blind. We all know what you want. That hasn't happened. I mean, anywhere has an audience. Nintendo can say that the whole world is their audience, right? PlayStation can say that too. But depending on where you put your game, it might not sell anything. Animal Crossing did 10 million on the Switch alone. Over 10 million on the Switch alone in the first month or the first couple weeks, right? I'm not going to sit up here and say that if you put Animal Crossing on fucking the Steam store, it's going to match that. Or even come close to it, because it's not. We know that the audience on PC don't really look forward to those type of games. Hey, Bruce.
Yo, what's up?
I've got another pattern. Sorry. This is another pattern I just now saw.
What?
Aside from every game going to PC, so far, let's say 2. Horizon and Days Gone are both new IPs to the PS4 ecosystem, right?
Right.
The other thing they share, they're both open world games. There might be something there. That's the one thing I know about the PC community. They really love open world games. Well, you see what's going on with that. If you were taking W's, you wouldn't be hiding behind a fake account. Okay? Look, I can't talk to anyone that can't even set up a profile picture. You guys are PC gamers. You're talking to me about building PCs and having the best specs, but you can't set up a profile picture on YouTube? Come on, man. I'm going to let you guys know from now on, if you see somebody that can't set up a profile picture and they're speaking some stupid shit on the PC, you have my permission to block these guys. I want to talk to people that actually know shit about PC. I know more about PC than you guys because at least I can set up a profile picture. You guys can't do that. Let's go back to talk about Briggs and his PlayStation socks.
Yep, I don't have any.
Nah, everybody has PlayStation socks.
I got a PlayStation Air Freshener.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they call you Fart Man, right?
Nope, the scent is actually called Dreams.
Oh, shit. Now that I believe about Dreams. The actual game. Yeah. The actual game I know.
Oh, what's going on, gentlemen?
Not much.
Just waiting for that state of play tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I'm the one who had to tell Jay about that.
Yeah, he did. I was at work, motherfucker.
So was I, motherfucker.
So, what would you expect, Yella?
To
See,
be honest,
he wants a Valhalla game.
no. I expect Jay to get a physical copy of a PS5. I expect all PlayStation games, third party and first party, to go to PC with the Castro GTX graphics card. No, to be honest with you, all jokes aside, I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I really don't know.
I don't know either. I know we're gonna get like Kingdom Bridge of Spirits. I know we're gonna get that game. Only because during their blog post they said third parties and indies from the June showcase, and that was there. So I expect that to be there. In terms of first party, I think we might see Horizon. We could see God of War. I'm not sure, only because Corey's been teasing a lot, but I'm not
You
sure.
see some Gran Turismo.
I don't think we're going to see Gran Turismo, only because they announced
Delayed it. Yeah.
I don't think we'll see that. But we could see God of War. But I'm not sure about that. Well, I just have to wait for tomorrow, but...
All I got to say is temper your expectations. Not you, I'm just speaking as a whole, but temper your expectations, but also at the same time be excited as a motherfucker. Because greatness awaits.
I completely agree. It just sucks today because yesterday Corey teased it again today with posting a Norse creature on his Twitter, so who knows?
Yeah, they do those little hidden Easter egg gems, speaking in codes, and they know what they're doing. I hope tomorrow they announce Kojima getting bought by Microsoft. Because he got a Luden statue in his backdrop.
Sadly, they said no business-related news on this, so we won't get anything like that.
Okay, guys, we're going to cut the live stream short in the next 6 minutes because I got to download these TV shows so I can have something good to watch today. I want to watch the history of PC and how people started turning into port-begging pirates.
Need help, Jay?
Yeah, I do. Speaking of the history, what do you think about those biographies, man?
Oh, man. It depends.
Your boy Bret Hart has a special on there. It's gonna be 8 people, including Booker T, and they're all gonna have an episode. Stone Cold, everybody you saw in that picture has a episode of.
Has an app.
And it's good. Yeah. It's good. It's up there. It's up there with not dark side wrestling, but it's up there.
Yeah, I got you.
No, you don't. Just so much material, bro. Love this fucking game. Oh shit! What?
Been playing a lot of PUBG this morning.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
There we go, motherfucker. Oh shit. Damn, motherfucker. Damn, man. This game is fucking dope. I'm gonna play so many fucking hours of this shit. Nah, bro. I can't believe this shit. It's just so much in this fucking area. Okay. Fucking crab monsters. Shit's just like the fucking classic. Oh, I know where I'm at now. I'm in the first area. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the first fucking area. Damn. Okay, this shit swung around like Demon Souls. Like you opening fucking passageways and shit. Shortcuts. Yep. Because I got the treasure chest over here. These motherfuckers jump around so much, man. Okay. We got all... Oh, shit. Got the fucking honey. Man, I got so much materials. Okay. $2 super chat by True Witty. I predict 200,000 copies of Days Gone on PC. I mean, I don't expect 1 million copies on games that they didn't want. Games that they do want, you can expect maybe 1 million in total. But it all depends on what the price is. We know that PC fans don't like paying top price for good software. So they end up waiting. They get the game. Let's say they get the game um, in spring for Days Gone, and it sells almost 1 million in its lifetime, and then it just drops until they drop the price, and then it starts moving again. And that's the lifespan of oh shit, bro. I wish they would stop trying to fucking kill me all the time. Okay. Well, we know how to get around down there and everything now, so we're good. Okay. I knocked out a lot today in this game. I don't think I got like a trophy or anything, but I feel like I accomplished a lot. I got the gloves that I need to climb, which is what I needed to explore more of this area before I go back. So that's not bad. So it swings back around anyway. I'm gonna have to leave out through this way anyway to go back. Let me see. Okay, motherfucker, I'm about to heal you, man, because you're wheezing and shit. I don't like that wheezing shit. Okay. You good, buddy? Okay, he was wheezing on me. Okay, so there's a story destination over here. So that's good. So I'm guessing I do all of here, go back through the dungeon, and end up over here somewhere. These green markers are going to be where I can climb. And then I have new areas where I can climb, so I'm going to have to go back. I'm really getting, like, the map is really expanding, so that's pretty dope. I like how you can have the map right here. You can walk around the map. That's pretty dope. Ah, man. Just a classic gaming right here. Just awesome shit. Okay. I'm all good, though. Guys, I'm going to see you on Friday. I have a eye appointment tomorrow, and plus the state of play is announced for 5 o'clock in the evening East Coast time, which I'm already at work. So we will review the state of play on Friday morning at 11 a.m. I want to thank you guys for the support here. And again, the more games that get announced for PC, we will discuss it. But I'm not going to be surprised. Again, the pattern we have now, all of them are third person open world new IPs. So Death Stranding, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, all open world third person new IPs. We're gonna start seeing if they bring over the big guns. That will be Ratchet and Clank, God of War, Gran Turismo. When that happens, they're gonna have to give us a real excuse. No, not a real excuse, a real answer. Sorry. They've been giving us excuses now. I need, like, the truth. So, I'll be on Discord. If you guys want to join Discord, please, if you're going by a different name on Discord, make sure you give us your PSN name so we can verify that you're a real PlayStation gamer. I'm not trying to have a lot of PC trolls in a Discord anymore, okay? You guys don't like talking, none of that shit, so we're not going to have you guys in there. And somebody's fucking snoring. Okay. Let me do this. I wish I could play this fucking game on the go, but I know I can on a Vita or on the PS. Oh, on the PlayStation Vita or the Switch. So yeah, they gotta give us a little peek at what's going on with PlayStation Plus. No, no, nothing. No, no. We will see. We will see what happens with PlayStation Plus. Yep. Right now is nothing. Okay, Ice Queen. I'll see you later. Jamar Bates, Predman, Vedger, True Witty. Thank you for all the super chats. Frostbite gave me a super chat. I'm gonna check with him later what that super chat was. Emilio was in here earlier. Thank you for the support. Nick, Cedric. Make sure you guys like the video on the way out. I see our likes are low. Let's see if I can see about 50 likes by the time I check back later on this evening. Trying to keep the channel going forward with the statistics and all of that stuff. I'm excited about what's happening tomorrow, but I expect to have some leaks, especially if it's a new game getting revealed. There should be a leak between this evening and tomorrow morning before the show starts. So we'll see. Okay, I'm out.